Mic check, mic check. Mic check 1 2, mic check 3 4. Mic check 1 2, mic check 3 4. Test 1 2, test 3 4. Hola, amigos. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I don't know what's happening. Am I losing frames? It doesn't say I am, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. It's like the latency super slow or something, or what? Like, what the fuck? So disappointing. Well, I was like literally I'm watching on YouTube, myself on YouTube, and it is beyond delayed. What's the delay here? What's my delay here? What's happening? Don't have delay on, so that's good. Well, maybe I'll just keep talking. I don't know. It doesn't say I'm dropping any frames. It just says here 5 4 3 2 1. And I'm watching. See how long. It's literally delayed by like 30 seconds. So annoying. Enable the replay buffer. Actually, well, maybe let's check this. Just a YouTube thing. Sucks for chat because I'm going to be talking about something. You guys aren't going to hear it for literally. Okay, well, Twitch is fine. So maybe it's just a YouTube issue. I don't know. We'll just pretend nothing's wrong. Good morning. Welcome to hell. What I wanted to look at today is... What I wanted to look at today is the Canadian Conservative Convention. We turn this up. Is that too bright? Yeah, it's a bit bright, isn't it? Do this. Yeah, make me look pasty white. There you go. No. There we go. That's better, huh? It's too bright. Turn that shit down. There we go. Nice. Good Canadian. Let's promote you. Come in. I'm good, bro. Put me down here today. Put me down in the corner there. There we go. There we go. I think what we'll do is we'll start with Good Pierre. Let's start with Good Pierre. Actually, it's probably just right here, isn't it? Oh, I do want to open this. Hit me with a highlight, no? Eunice. This is the keynote. I want to see clips of the keynote. Fine, I guess we'll go to the propaganda. You guys want to go look at the propaganda? We'll start with good. We'll go good, and then we'll transition to the bad, huh? YouTube. Wait. Hey, it's me. Here's the full speech. I don't want the full. I already have that up there. Sure to see you.
These costs are so.
All right, let's listen to what this bald fraud has to say, huh?
And joining me now is...
Oh, the bald fraud and the fat hog. We got them both. What's up, Patrick? What's up? What up, brother? I don't know. Let's see Good Pierre first, all right? That's how we're going to start it off today. I think so. Actually, I'll just lay it out first. So,
often unseen.
Pierre, just wait. Just calm down. Calm down, Pierre. This is my plan. This is my plan for today. I'm going to stream, but I'm going to hopefully be able to record something I can clip it up and then just throw that shit on YouTube. One take. YouTube is beyond delayed. Patrick, I'm sorry. Patrick, you were looking at me 40 seconds in the past. I don't know why. It's just super delayed. So you can watch in the past. I don't know why the delay is so bad tonight. It's quite annoying. Anyway, this is my plan. Good time. Let's put me face cam for this. Put me full. Put me in there, coach. All right. I need to shave. So quiet now. I don't like it. All right. Today, what we have for you is the Canadian Conservative Convention. Now, Pierre consistently speaks about hope and the future of the youth. And, you know, he says everything right, but will he be able to save Canada? I don't think so, and I'm going to show you why. I don't think any party, federal party in Canada can save Canada at this point, can save the Confederacy. I think it's pretty well over. I think, honestly, with Western separation on the rise, you know, Quebec's secession heating up yet again, I think even if Pierre beats Carney in this election before summer sometime, I think he has a real problem on his hand continuing to keep the Federation together. Even though I think Pierre will be a much better politician and leader for Canada than Carney and these goddamn liberals will, I still worry. And I'm going to show you why. First, let's look at good Pierre. Pierre says everything I want to hear. I will say that. Pierre says everything I want to hear. Listen to this guy.
And even more often, so too are the people paying them. But my message to those people who have felt unseen for too long, who are carrying the country on their back and feel underappreciated and overworked, Conservatives see you and Conservatives will fight for you.
Yes! Come on, Pierre. Massive rally too, huh? Massive. It's a little laggy too.
Thank you.
Sorry, Patrick.
Thank you.
Pierre.
The people need the government off their backs, out of their way, and by their sides. And when I become Prime Minister, these great Canadians will not need to ask my permission to succeed. Business will get ahead by having the best product, not the best lobbyist, by pleasing customers, not pleasing politicians. I love you too.
That's good. He's so personable, isn't he? He's just a really personable guy.
We have the most amazing patriots, the most amazing people in this party. Thank God for the grassroots of the Conservative Party. And the great people of our country as I go around and I meet the people of this country, and I spend half my time doing that and half my time on Parliament Hill, it's become very clear to me that the common people, not the ordinary people, the extraordinary people, they have all the wisdom and the virtue to make their own decisions and run their own lives. They don't need to be bossed around by government.
Yes. See, Pierre is a conservative libertarian, and so he wants small government, get government out of the way. And I think he said government, should only be there for safety and something else. I forget what he said. Anyway, I do in principle agree with that, but I think there's a better way.
Our government is here to do its job. Only the
Yes.
things that people can't do for themselves.
Here we
not
go.
run
Say
your life.
say it, Pierre.
In
Yes.
fact, if I were starting a new political party from scratch, I'm not. But if I were, it would be called the Mind Your Own Damn Business Party. It would be. That includes respecting the constitutional jurisdiction of our provinces and getting the federal government to butt out of the affairs of Albertans and Quebecers and other Canadians, to make room, have a smaller government that
Small
makes room
government.
for the dignity of work.
Dignity
and
of work.
soft, strong bonds of family. These costs are so often
Pretty good speech, right? You know, he says everything I want to hear. And again, in principle, I do agree. If I was a conservative libertarian, Pierre's your guy. Unfortunately, I think I'm more nationalist. Do I want small government? Sometimes I think I do. And other times I think we need to use the full might of the government. Utilize that bitch. Bring the power against your enemies. And enemies.
And we need to unite this country like never before, because a house divided cannot stand.
True.
You know, here we go again. Liberals are in power, and just as night follows day, separatist movements are in resurgence back in Quebec and here in Alberta.
I think this is Pierre's number one enemy. Is he is positioning himself. Put me full cam for this. Put me full cam. Come here. Listen. Pierre is in sort of an untenable position. And the reason I say that is because he is pitting himself in a position where he is essentially the avatar for Ottawa power, right? Whether you think it's conservative, liberal, it's a uniparty, you know, whatever your beliefs are, Pierre is the avatar for federal power in Alberta or Canada. I'm just thinking for an Albertan voting who could either go Western separation, you know, or vote conservative or both, whatever. You can do both and be, you know, conservative. But I think even if conservatives win, even if they get a majority, they are still going to struggle with this issue of Western separation, Quebec separation. You know, equalization payments. Pierre's not going to get rid of equalization payments. That's the only way the Confederation can function, is if you transfer wealth from the have provinces to the have not provinces. And so Pierre is putting himself, you know, for the Western separationists, secessionists like myself, I would prefer power to be localized in Alberta. People who live in Alberta get to vote what's the best interest for Alberta. We don't have to worry about what Ottawa thinks anymore. And so Pierre is, as much as I like Pierre, I think he's put himself in this position. This is put himself in this position where he is the embodiment of Ottawa federalized power. And I'm not a big fan of that. So now let's go back to listening.
Movements which had been dormant or even dead when Prime Minister Harper left office.
Not really. That's not true.
We can simply attack people who feel this way, or we can ask them why. Why in Alberta and Quebec? Why, particularly among young people in those provinces, have so many lost hope in Confederation? Well, here's a few hints. For the last 10 years, Ottawa has told our young people that our history is filled with shame and horror, that we are a post-national country.
He's so close. He did not say white people. He said our history people, you know, Canadian people. No, Pierre. No. The people, the immigrants who come over here, they don't share our guilt, our white guilt that has been put onto white young Canadians in our country. Say it, Pierre. Say the white young straight men. Say it.
With no core identity. And that our youth will never own homes. But other than
why, Pierre? Why won't they own homes?
that, they should feel great about being united in Canada.
I'll give you a hint, Pierre.
All the while, the federal government stomps on Alberta's
immigration
energy sector and Quebec's jurisdiction. Now, our message to those youth and to all of the people in Alberta and Quebec who are losing hope in our country. You will again have a country that respects your autonomy, is proud of your industries, unites us around our common identity and history, a country that will afford you the hopeful future that you have earned.
Yeah. To be honest, he everything he says there, you know, he does he does sort of inspire. You know, Pierre's great. He's a great speaker, great orator, and I agree with a lot of what he says, but again, I think he's slightly misguided. Yeah, sorry, Patrick. I 100%. I feel so bad about YouTube. Like, it is beyond fucked. I don't know why. If you go to Twitch, it's fine. So, is it a YouTube issue or is it just, you know, just my luck? I'm not dropping any frames on my end, so I don't know if it's a YouTube, like if there's like a streaming problem, or maybe it's because I got these open. I don't know. Maybe I'll just sit here for a second, maybe to level out. Nope, it's even getting worse, isn't it? Well, I guess you can just, just listen to my lagging and also, as I speak more, I realize I still don't have my voice 100%. Quite annoying. So it was good, Pierre. Should we listen to good Daniel Smith? Good. Good watch Daniel Smith. We can want to cut up, I think. Well. Oh God, let's listen to this propaganda.
Let's kick things off here at the convention with two members.
Oh wait. This is a 9-minute video? Oh, I'm not... Hello, Ellykin. Hello, Ellie Benels. Meow. Oh my God, this is a 13-minute video of all these. I'm not listening to that. Conservative campaign will be ready to go. Streamed 2 hours ago.
You work for it. When you believe in something, you fight for it.
Yes, Pierre. All right, first things first. We'll watch this. How far back am I now? Like 2 minutes behind on YouTube? It's insane. It's insane. Well, I think it's a YouTube issue because I'm still not dropping frames. I don't know. I'm not a tech wizard. I don't know what's happening. All right. Well, that was sort of good, Pierre. This will also be... This is... listen to CTV. This isn't in CBC. CTV is also, you know, basically propaganda wing of the Liberal government. But listen to this panel that they have after, I think this is just before the Pierre keynote speech at the convention. Listen to this panel. Listen to the outrageous statements made by this panel. These two fat hog, disgusting women. That's what it is. We need to get women off these panels. They're always liberal. They're always stupid. Are you ready for it?
For sure. Maybe I'll start off to say that Steve Outhouse is great in being prepared.
Steve Outhouse.
For an election. And I'll point out, of course, much to Sharon's disappointment, that the Conservative fundraising numbers were far and away much bigger than the Liberals. So I think if Steve is in that position where we're preparing for an election, I'm content that's
Sebastian Skamsky.
In terms of what it means for tonight, I think Mr. Poilievre is going to deliver a message directly to Canadians to speak kind of beyond the machinations that we get stuck in Ottawa and the Ottawa bubble, and speak to them about the hope and unity that we need in this country, because that is falling apart rapidly under Prime Minister Carney. So
it's quite a choice of a tie, isn't it?
It'll be a big and consequential speech.
Let's talk a little bit about sort of the overarching message that you're anticipating, Sharon. And I had spoken just a few moments ago with a Liberal MP who's here to observe, who was very, characterizing essentially what he expected as a message of divisiveness, right? Like you've said, of negativity. And they're kind of banking. You guys are kind of banking on that being the case, and that there's not a whole lot of resonance with that message outside of the Conservative base. Do you think that's true, given like how close the election ultimately was?
Did Pierre say anything negative? I think his whole new message is hope for the future.
Absolutely. And listen, the idea of hope and unity is great, but there's nothing
Hope
about
and unity.
Poilievre that has said hope and unity to people. He's been divisive.
You nasty bitch.
He's been angry. He has definitely fundraised a lot, which is great. I think that's commendable. He has been able to bring a new base in, but the base that he has brought in is he's brought them in with fear.
It's always a Sharon Kerr. She's awful, isn't she?
Divisiveness.
She's a Kerr.
You know, maybe he'll surprise us, and the speech tonight will be more statesman-like, but
honestly, piss off,
he
Sharon.
hasn't shown that too much yet, and I think he tends to fall back on what he's used to, which is the anger.
Two things about
The anger. Yeah, he should be angry. Our country has gone to the dogs. You know what our country has gone to? Gentrified old henpecked men and women like Sharon Kerr. That is what our country has gone to. No wonder Poilievre is pissed. Poilievre is speaking the voice of the young, white, straight man.
the fundraising numbers.
Actually, he's not. He's speaking the voice of the Indian MPs who sit behind him. We're going to get into that. Don't worry, we're going to get into that.
I'm sorry. Conservatives have proven over a lot of elections. They did beat, I think it's like a $20 million advantage last year over the Liberals. But if you are raising that much money, is it maybe also a reflection that there are a lot of people with whom that message does resonate? That though, Sharon may call it
Go
divisive,
figure.
Others may say, no, that's actually how I feel.
Yes.
There's a lot of money you can raise off of red meat policies. I mean, every time the
Red meat
Conservatives
policies,
shut down the CBC, they're going to raise millions and millions of dollars.
Yes, we are, because we hate the CBC, and this fat hog knows it.
Red meat to the base makes them bank, and there's no question they know how to do that. But what does that do in a general sense? There is that question that people had in the general election. Who is this guy? Do we want him leading a G7 nation?
What is that? Who is this guy? She's so snide. So snide. I hate that.
What does that start to look like? And that becomes a challenge. I mean, when we were waiting for this speech to start, they were playing in the background the ballad of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And if listeners and watchers know that, it's about the sinking of a ship. I'm not sure that's quite the message they want to lead into.
What a fucking stupid thing to say. Oh, well, before we were just watching, it was, it's a ballad about it. It's a great song.
Going to vote for me, but bless a CanCon. I appreciate.
Oh my God, these people are so pathetic. These fat liberal women, the bane of my existence.
Also played Brian Adams earlier, which I was very excited about.
I also appreciated they followed it up with ironic, and it's ironic they're using signs that are the same signs.
Oh, see, look at him. He's like, oh, it's the way they attack the Conservatives is just pathetic, isn't it?
Justin Trudeau used on the podium, the for real change. Look, I'm excited. There's a lot of change coming. The New Democrats are going to have a new leader come the end of March. That's going to be a fascinating situation. We'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about the NDP. Yeah. Oh, Kim Wright, you little Weasley woman. All right, we'll skip through Pierre's keynote. Great keynote. Where did they speak about it at the end?
We must restore.
I don't want to listen to French.
Because this country, its people, and promise are worth fighting for. Because while some say this is as good as it gets, we know the best is yet to come.
Yes! The best is yet to come, Pierre. Come on now. Pierre, 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 Pierre.
Very rallying, patriotic message of unity, of hope. I think he's reminded Canadians that he's a fighter for them, and it's really resonated wonderfully with the room, and I'm sure with Canadians across the country.
Yes!
I gotta say, that wasn't a speech, it was a series of talking points. We've heard this before from him. We're going to hear it again. There's a lot of people in the room, but the energy is more heavy than it feels rallying.
Yeah, I was watching the crowd, and while the cheerleaders on stage and maybe in the front row were standing up and applauding, most of this room was not, and that was telling. There wasn't a lot of meat to this, there wasn't a lot of substance, and other than, boy, the man needs to read some books on history, this was not a rallying cry by any stretch.
Listen to how pathetic and weak their arguments are. Yeah, you know, I was watching the crowd, and except for the people that were actually celebrating at the front and the cheerleaders on the thing, nobody cared. What, you think everybody just came to this rally just because? You know, they just wandered in here because it was the thing to do? It's just their arguments, you can tell that they are actually terrified, because what Pierre has done is he's changed his message from, you know, like they always used to say, oh, he was so negative. Now it's unity and hope and patriotism. And it scares them, because I think the Liberals realize that it could swing. This next election that could happen before the summer, I assume it's probably going to be March. I would assume March. I think that the Liberals are realizing that not only are they not going to get a majority, Conservatives might get a majority. And I think it scares the hell out of these women. Sharon Kerr and Kim Wright. Ugh. Just get them. Man. CTV, CBC. It's just awful, isn't it?
I know you'll probably disagree with that. I'll let you do that. And then I found it very similar to what we heard during the election.
Sure. I mean, this is the base of our conservative message, but I think he's really struck a very good tone. This, to me, sounded like a prime minister in waiting, both in the visuals and the speech he delivered, and the optimism. And I think he shared a lot of emotional moments as well that are resonating with people who have wrongly criticized him for kind of lacking that in the past.
Yeah, definitely more humor, more sort of like moments that were more serious, like more variation than the election. I think that's accurate.
Yeah, he definitely had that. It did feel a little bit forced in some ways, but it's a great way for him to try to be more personable.
Yeah, the story of his son giving him the Spider-Man picture, great. But there was a lot in there that, to me, felt very forced, like the throwaway, like a throwaway line to delegates. But I was looking for a lot more of why I should stay, not just because somebody's got to do it. There were a lot of moments in there that felt, as a couple of folks have messaged me, a little cringy.
A couple of folks that a little cringy. Good. I hope you find them cringy. You annoying boomer, Gen X, fat Karen, Kim Wright. Let's look up Kim Wright. Let's give you a little peek, Kim Wright. Right strategies. Oh. Here we go. And a non-member observer. Canadian public affairs expert, municipal GR specialist, media commentator, and so much more. It literally gets no views. 87.4 is a really good number for Pierre Poilievre. Yes, better than Harper. But for the context, it's less than Jagmeet Singh or Jack Layton routinely received. In fact, Jack was regularly in the 90s in his leadership reviews. Okay, so she's clearly an NDP shill. That's what she is. Yeah. Pundits, always entertaining and always generous with the time on their show. NDP Green. Just exhausting, isn't it? Just exhausting. I don't know why YouTube's still lagging. Like, apologies, Patrick. I don't know, brother. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure. It does bother me. Like, I'm kind of pissed at YouTube. Why is this happening, YouTube, huh? What's happening, YouTube? Well, that was 37 minutes. That was all good, Pierre. Want to look at bad Pierre now? Why I think Pierre is going to struggle? So, this is why. Now you've seen all the good things about the Conservative Party and why I think Pierre Poilievre would be a much better leader in the federal confederation would be a much better leader for the Confederation than Mark Carney, but it's not going to be enough, and I'm going to show you why right here.
Hi, Henry Chan from Saskatoon South. I just want to comment on the fact that people that are permanent resident are not allowed to vote in the general election. So if someone who is not allowed to vote in a general election,
good,
why should they get to vote and pick the candidate in the nomination? And further to that, to people who has something to say against that, I would tell them, go change the rules for the general election first, because you have to be a
okay, we will.
citizen to vote in our general elections.
We should be a citizen to vote. We should honestly, we should remove. And if you're not a citizen, you should never be able to run for office. You should never be able to vote. You should have no political alliance. There should be absolutely no way that you can influence or vote in any sort of politics for Canadians.
Thank you.
You are not a Canadian.
Speaker opposed for 30 seconds.
Liam O'Brien, Central Newfoundland. I've been at this for about 35 years, and I'll tell you right now that this is a party of freedom. This is a party